Where'd you put that at?
I don't know. Probably 6. I don't know. Felt weak a little bit.
Little weak. He was reaching. It's okay.
Oh,
it's
that's
all right,
fair.
Kurt.
That's fair.
Yeah. Alex,
How's it going?
dude, I'm so glad to have you here. Alex is from way out way. He's the Lord of Kelp, and anyway, Alex has got to see many things for a first on your trip here to Eastern Kansas.
Pretty much, yeah.
A tree that floated in the middle of the road, standing water in a field.
Yep.
Rain.
Yes.
Driving through rain.
Yep.
Man. Oh, sorry. Kirk says I'm being too loud. Sorry. I'm getting wound up, man. Okay. Anyway, it's so I was out at your guys' place.
Yep.
Was it 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, about that.
About 2 weeks ago. And I mean, man, you guys it is the desert out there.
Yeah.
It's the absolute desert.
Well, it feels like kind of just our area. We've missed a few rains that more of the, if you get further west, they've been having quite a bit more out there. You know, it's
so people
kind of unfortunate, but we're still doing okay.
Yeah, people have really have a lot of the feedback I've gotten is people enjoy a number of the topics, but one of the ones is when I interview or talk with farmers who farm in the West. Now, obviously, the guys in Washington State are like, you're not West, but
right,
you know, for the Midwest region of the United States, Western Kansas, Eastern Colorado is West.
Yeah,
and
it's the high plains.
It's the high plains.
Yep.
That's right. And so, because, dude, it is an entirely different world.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it. Yes, I live in the same state, but you go from the eastern side of the state to the western side, and agriculture changes so drastically.
It does.
And so you're raising corn with no nitrogen, and you guys have had pivots go dry.
Yep.
And so a lot of irrigated land has turned to dry land. I want to talk about that because I want to shed some light on, the aquifer, because people think, oh, it's all farmers' faults. And, people just need to be educated on how more filled in on how life in the West is.
Yep.
How you guys manage things. You guys are the absolute best at making a crop pencil. I've said that for a couple of years now. Like we guys
have no idea what we're going to grow. I mean, it could be some record yields.
People talk,
or it could be nothing.
Yeah.
I mean,
people are like, I've told guys, I know guys in the West that don't pre-order seed.
Yeah.
And they're like, what?
Yeah. I mean, if I can pre-order seed and feel good about it, like that, that's a good feeling because we know we got some moisture profile to work with. We won't know what spring and summer all that rain's going to do, if it'll fall, if it won't, but we can feel pretty good if we got a profile to work with.
But if it's dry, do you even bother pre-ordering seed?
We do a little bit.
A little bit.
But yeah, it's tough. I mean, you really got to have faith that at some point you're going to get some rain. And it's gonna work out. And sometimes it won't, and you're just like dusting it in. And we haven't had to do that a whole lot. I mean, there's guys, like those guys out west this year where they're getting a lot of rain. It's been the total opposite, numerous years.
Looks like the Garden of Eden in some places of western Kansas. Yeah.
So it's just you just gotta be flexible and. You got to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. That's kind of what I've learned the past few years. And I've really, I kind of grew up, I mean, Dad was just kind of just killing it. I mean, just couldn't do anything wrong. Weather was pretty good. We'd always catch a little bit of hail, but nothing devastating. You always lived with it. Still made a crop where it hailed. And the past, I don't know, December 15th of 2021, we had that horrific wind event, like 80, 90 mile an hour winds the whole entire day.
Oh, wow.
We had never seen anything like that. I mean,
sustained for the whole day.
Yes. It was disgusting. I mean, you couldn't see 100 yards in front of you. And I mean, there was road gravel. The roads were just completely blown clean. All the gravel was in the fields. It was like,
It was blowing rocks.
yes, it literally was the most devastating day. Like, pieces of our souls died that day. Like, it was just that bad. We had, on one field, we had this beautiful oat cover crop residue, and we drilled wheat into it, no-tilled it, had wheat established and up. It looked like a slate pool table. There was no oat residue left after that day. And it wasn't in the ditch. It wasn't in the neighbors. It was just gone. It was just gone. I don't know where it went. So,
Wow.
that day kind of like changed everything, I feel like, because then that kicked off the drought of 22. We actually did scrape a little bit of wheat through there, but some of that got hailed on. We actually had a really nice circle of wheat, and it got all hailed out, made like 35, and you're hoping for 70. And then, yeah, the row crops were terrible in 22, barely raised anything. So, I mean, I've really changed my perspective. I've really had to, this year, I've really dropped a lot of my emotion and started looking at a lot about the numbers more. And I'm not perfect at it. Trust me, I'm not. But that's something I've really changed here lately. So,
How do you? I got like 10 different directions. I want to take this thing. I'm trying to think of how to structure this best because I've got a list of questions. So I don't want to dive into penciling a profit quite yet because
right.
I feel like we got some backstory we need to fill in there. Give me a little bit backstory of your guys' family. How long you've been how many generations are you on the farm?
All right, guys, we're dropping multiple mini-series on YouTube going over crop management, farm management, all kinds of stuff on the farm.
Yes.
Lots of information. Check it out. It's good stuff.
We'll see you there.
Well, I would say I'm third.
Third generation?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, my grandpa, I would say, started it. And he got going. My dad was always there with him. And my dad, he kind of had to do his own thing. And they had some cattle. My grandpa had cattle. Well, my dad really kind of carved his spot out with his feed yard and the cattle. He bought the feed yard from a neighbor. And that's kind of how he got going because he wasn't going to just wait around for my grandpa. I mean, nothing was guaranteed that grandpa would leave him anything, so he just started, doing that. That's kind of, and then now they were pretty early. I mean, I was going to farm, so it just.
I need to get your dad on the podcast sometime.
Yeah.
You know what I need to do? I need to have Mason interview your dad.
Yeah. There you go.
That's what I should do.
There you go.
That's what I should do. Mason, dude, Mason he adores you and your dad. He looks up to your dad so much. And I mean, man, I've met him twice. And the one time was up in Oakley. The other time was out on your guys' farm. And man, it's so refreshing. It's so refreshing to see. I'll call him an older guy. I don't know how old he is, but an older guy that is open-minded and still progressive while being conservative at the same time.
Well, he's always been that way. I mean,
my dad has been too, to a large degree.
Yeah.
And so, but man, there aren't a lot of those guys out there.
Yeah.
Like your dad, I was like, what's your number, or what's your yield limiting factor? He's like, water and carbon.
Yeah.
Just spit it out. Water, sure, but the carbon was like, wait, carbon? What are you talking about? And he's like, he goes in and thoroughly explains it. And
well, he even knows that stuff. I mean, that's all he does in the wintertime is study that stuff. And I mean, he knows it more than me. I mean, by far.
Sure.
I mean, he's the
And kelp,
expert on that.
Yeah. I mean, man, kelp is a fat. We just got back from South Dakota, and man, I saw plants influenced by kelp when it was lined up with the correct timing, the correct species of kelp. Like it would blew my mind. Absolutely blew my mind. And that was nothing. You guys aren't. That's something you guys are implementing on your farm heavily.
Yeah, and we've actually probably used a little bit of it in some other products that we've used in the past, and those are kind of. We'll see how your liquid kelp does here in a bit, but seems like all of those products are kind of difficult to work with.
Dries are just a pain.
Yeah,
dries are usually cheaper.
Yeah,
but I mean, man, it's because it takes work.
But that's the thing, is it's worth it. I mean, I feel like some of these stuff they're just so watered down, they don't do anything, or the effect is just not as much as it could be.
Right.
And you just gotta, if you really want something to work, you gotta put in a little effort, and get it there. So
back to the family history.
Yep.
So your dad, basically, I mean, cattle and irrigated farm ground.
Yep.
And then I want to hear a little bit more about when the wells started to run dry and how that changed your guys' operation, and just, I mean, the story of that in the West.
Well, I just kind of, I remember, so when I was a little kid, I just remember riding in the combine, cutting really tall, high-yielding corn.
Like, throw me a yield number.
Well, Dad always talks about when he was doing 270 corn, and he had one, like, I think this was 2009. He had basically a section average like 287.
Oh my gosh!
And
a section,
and that's where he really, got a good foothold there. I mean, that he really, advanced the farm there, or just built up some cash. Felt good.
Sure.
Got that booming year, and so I just remember that. And it was just always amazing. You cut a little bit of dryland corn, and you pull into that first irrigated field, and it's like, whoa, the combine's louder. You're pulling so much more stalk through, and the grain is just pouring in. And back then, actually had 2 ants running. We had 2 smaller grain carts then, and we were just running an 8-row head. And it was just very different thinking about the changes of the farm has gone from that to now we've got 4 wells we're pumping. We used to have over 20. All had decent water at one point. So one of the wells that I'm managing, it's at 500 gallon per minute right now. Used to be a 1,200 plus gallon per minute well.
Wow.
So,
how long ago?
I really couldn't tell you. I can't remember when my grandpa bought that, because it used to be owned by another farmer, and it sold. It's the field name is the
original owner's name.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's so common.
Yeah.
That's so common in agriculture.
Yeah, we have a few of those.
Yeah,
but
I mean, we still have we have a couple of farms that someone bought, and then my dad bought or I bought, and we still call it by the first person. There's the Jaeger farm.
Yep.
And man, Jaegers haven't owned that ground in 60 years.
Yep.
Probably.
Yep.
But it's had a couple owners since then, but that's the Jaeger farm. Well, It's funny because in rural communities, if you say a new neighbor's farm, say Josh's farm, nobody knows what you're talking about.
Yep.
If you say the Jaeger farm, all the old timers
that
drilled the wells, did all the work, dirt work, all that stuff, cut trees, whatever it might have been, or gone fishing.
Yep.
It's the Jaeger farm.
Yep.
I don't know, and I think it's
we got a half section. We just call it the flood ground because it was flood irrigated. It hasn't been flood irrigated in years.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I love it in the West. You guys don't count anything as acres. No one out there does. Like,
Yeah.
I asked you a question on acres earlier, and you're like, you really had to think about that.
Yeah.
But you guys go off circles, sections, pivots,
Quarters.
quarters. Yeah, lots of quarters.
Really, I think we just sometimes just in 80,
Right.
but
Yeah. Yeah. Small fields out there. Legit small. Those are small fields.
yep.
Anyway, and so you guys, I'll have to see if your dad would come on sometime to talk about, because his experience with the cattle, was.
Well, he's got more interesting stories than I do, I feel like. So I don't.
He's lived longer.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know.
He's lived longer. You're gonna have a pile of them by the time we're old men.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'm trying to think, what else? Is there anything else we want to dive into before we get to? I'm trying to think. Talk about hail, a little bit of history, aquifer.
Yep.
Can you shed, if you're fine with it, talking about the aquifer and some misconceptions people have, because you guys had wells that were pumping and now they're not.
Yeah.
And it's regionally specific, it seems like.
Yeah.
Can you talk about, maybe what do the old timers talk about?
Well, I just know, like my dad, he said back, I don't remember quite the year, but he's like, I remember growing up, a well got drilled over by Garden City. He said it was 4,000 gallon a minute.
4,000?
Yep. And he
Never
said,
heard of a well that big.
He said that was like the first well in the area. And he goes, once that hole got punched, she just went. Like, everybody started punching holes and pumping water.
How would you like to be a pivot salesman back then?
Oh, it was a huge business. I mean,
massive,
and it still
is.
Just
still is.
Servicing them. I mean, it is amazing how much infrastructure is dedicated to that. Really, I mean, sure, there's less in my area, but you go south and west of me, it's insane.
Yeah,
and I think a lot of it in the late 70s and then into the 80s is when a lot of that irrigation went in. And there was like, the farm that my dad bought to really, go get into farm ground and all of that. They were some late adopters of it. He really didn't want to drill a well and irrigate. I don't know exactly why. I just think he was like, he could see the future almost a little bit, like this is precious resource and everybody's just full hogging it right now, getting after it. And but yeah, I mean, you can't even drill a well now out there, basically.
Right. So a lot of it was dry land, goes to irrigated.
Yes.
And now irrigation's run out, and it's
cycling back out.
Cycling back into dry land.
In some areas, I mean, so they've got like really low gallon wells, and it's almost, they manage it like dry land. If they can start off, so they, my area, if you got decent water, you're growing a lot of corn, you're not rotating a whole lot. If you do grow wheat, you're double cropping it and getting that, just more intensive cropping. Whereas you go north where the wells kind of drop off, if you start off with a full profile, you can keep up no problem in the summer and still raise really good corn or wheat, whatever. But if you do intensive crop, you're going to be short unless it's a good year. And it's kind of amazing to go from area to area and see that. And then you go south and west of me, and it's just like high popcorn, high fertility, just grow as big of a yield as you can get.
As much as you can pull.
Yeah.
But, I mean, man, those guys keep doing it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, they are good at it.
And they're good at it.
I mean, straight up, they are great, farmers at achieving those yields.
Yeah.
If they have the water. So.
Yeah. I mean, the world record bushels in an hour was cut southwest of you?
Yeah.
Was that Ormiston's?
Yep.
You know, like you said, in the West, that's a normal day.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
It's amazing. Like, you get down there, it's all, you really don't know who farms what. It looks exactly the same. It is just tall, massive corn. It's all green. It's all well watered.
yeah.
I mean, it is.
It's more. It's
all
more
the
of a
same.
thing to see a field that's not taken care of because you're like, wait a minute.
Exactly.
You don't notice all the good fields because
Yep.
there's so many
It's
good
all good,
fields.
yeah.
They do a great job.
Yep. Yeah. Honestly, yeah. Thinking about it now, I mean, it's hard work being an irrigated farmer. Obviously, like there's a lot of work to keep those pivots going, like a ton of work. But the management on dryland is extremely important. I mean, you have to manage.
There's our perfect segue into farming. Yeah, I mean, it's dryland is less work than irrigated, and people are so hard on irrigated farmers, but man, those guys work for it, dude.
I feel like I stress more over the dryland because every decision matters more.
Yeah.
Water covers up a lot of mistakes.
It does. My dad says good rain makes everybody look good.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, when you're on dryland and playing that line, I mean, one tillage pass could be the difference because maybe not because you lost some moisture or whatever, but because the wind blew and blew your stands out on the hills or whatever. And consistency on our ground is the name of the game. You have to grow something up on your hills, or else you're just not going to be happy. You can grow really good corn down in your lower ground, and you still won't average very good. So
sure, yeah. I mean, it's pivots, man. It's like cows. You're married to them.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's dry out, you can't leave.
Yeah.
You can't leave. You have a. I'm not an irrigator. I've just gotten to spend time with quite a few of them. Like you have a pump go out or something in a well, and you're in wind's blowing and it's hot out.
Yeah.
I mean, you are losing massive amounts of money while that thing is down.
Oh yeah.
Fast.
Yeah, it's scary.
Yeah, you'll take a 250, 280 bushel corn crop to dry land.
Yes.
Honestly, probably faster.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Than dry land because you have the field is set up for water.
Yeah, like you plan to have that water through the whole season.
Right.
And if especially like on my circle, which we went out into, that is so sandy.
Right.
I mean, more than 3 days without water when we're in hot, dry spell, it's over, Yeah. I mean, it really is. And I had a buddy out west there, and he's in a lot heavier dirt, very consistent dirt. He had a well go down in 2021, I think, and pretty serious issue. And even though they got right on it, trying to fix it, he was still down for a week.
Mm-hmm.
And did he lose yield? Yes, but he still grew like 260 corn out there, whereas I would have been like gone. I mean,
right.
My hilltops would have been gone.
Yep.
I mean, it would have grew something obviously,
because
but
then you got to get the pivot going,
maybe.
and you have to get it over the ground, and you have to put enough water down to make a difference.
Yep.
And you're just behind.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so like I ran out to Colorado this year, and everything had been working fine, no big deal. And my aunt's back there putting oil in the engines, making sure everything's going good. We got our first rain up there since June 12th or something, like June 10th.
First rain.
Yeah. No, it was horrible
gosh.
up there, man. Up the north part of our farm.
Yeah. I know. I was
atrocious,
just there.
Man. I just could not get a rain in really after I planted Milo. So, like up until then, I had 2 inches of rain on that Milo since it emerged. Unbelievable. And normally that's a spot on the farm that will catch a shower or two more than the other parts.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this year just wasn't like that.
Right.
But anyway, she goes we got a rain, half-inch or 80/100s up there. She goes to the well, and she goes, "Oh, it's off. That's not good." And she goes and cranks it. Wouldn't crank very good. And I'm just thinking, oh, the alternator went bad. It kind of does that. Those alternators are worthless anymore. It's a Chevy 454 engine.
Just a little jab there.
Yeah, I mean, well, my dad said you used to be able to take in, like, rebuild them, get rebuilding kits for them.
Three-man alternator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he said those lasted better than brand new ones now today, and you can't even get those rebuild kits anymore.
Right.
But anyway, so I'm thinking it's the alternator, battery went dead type deal. So, she's over there, kind of freaking out because she's like, this is pretty important stuff here, and I appreciate her doing all of that. But she got the mechanic out there because everybody kind of realized it was more serious than that. And, my timing chain broke.
Oh.
And which bent all the push rods. So it had to be, they actually took it off the stand, took it into their shop because it's really hot right after that rain. And had to go put new push rods in it, and pretty quick deal. It was down for like 2.5 days. Luckily, we had that rain.
Oh man, no kidding.
Yeah, but they got it put back together. It's running pretty good, and now it's still off because we've had some rain here lately, some good rain, some really beneficial rain. That's kept me off.
Inch and a half, 2 inches.
Well, I think I've about tripled my rainfall up there so we're 3+ inches out of all the storms.
And that
combined.
triples your rainfall.
Yeah.
We should stop,
almost, yeah.
Rewind, repeat. It blows my mind. It really does. It's a whole different animal out there, and just how you guys measure rain in points.
Yeah.
We got 0.2. I'm like, point, man. Now, granted, you came when we're literally flooding. South Fork went out again last night and went out the night before. Rivers are max full right now.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because you got Bean. Bean's like, I'll go out and farm your ground. You come farm this ground. But it's just agriculture has such a you really shouldn't diss on other people because man, they're fighting their own battles too, their own struggles.
Yep.
The guys in a drought are wishing they had rain. The guys in the rain are wishing it would dry up because each one comes with a its own set of problems.
Oh, it does. And if you could get the climate maybe that you guys got back there, I feel like it'd be really interesting.
It would.
On some of that sand, it would be a lot better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I say that. I'm seeing it. You guys are not normally this wet here, right?
No, this is very uncommon for us. We're, like I said, we're at the brink of flooding right now, going into fall harvest. But it is what it is. It's not the first time it's happened. It won't be the last.
A lot of the times we get like so we've basically got like 2 croppings, I would say. So we got the wheat, which is, I'd say, that's over the winter, early spring. And then we've got the row crop, summer crops there. Usually one of those is pretty good and the other not so much. And it just depends on the year. It's really rare to have both really good or both really bad.
Absolutely.
So that's something, that's part of the risk management. I mean, everybody hates wheat. They will tell you everybody hates wheat.
I absolutely hate wheat.
And yet
I hate it.
Acres and acres get planted out there. It's planned for every single year. It just, and the price this year actually might, factor in there.
I don't know.
But man, it's just such a staple. And honestly, if we're not so extreme, we're pretty good at growing it.
Darn right you guys are. Well, and there's just so much land
to
plant it on.
Yeah.
Kansas is not the breadbasket state because of our yields. It's because of the volume of wheat.
Exactly.
The number of acres.
Yep.
Yeah, you look at the state average. I don't even know what it is. Kurt, can you look up what this Kansas average wheat yield is?
I mean, it's not that impressive.
No, it's not. But we're labeled the bread. You'd think Montana or, I don't know, the Dakotas or, Southern Illinois raises some huge wheat.
Yep.
Huge wheat. But Kansas, I mean, granted, maybe they didn't have anything else to name us. But, the below sand state.
Yep.
You got to see our sandy soil yesterday.
Yeah, that was. I was like
he
scratching
was
my head,
dying,
there.
laughing
like,
this
"What?
is pretty sandy." 43 is state average. Yes, 43.
Okay, yeah.
That's not impressive.
Yeah.
That'd be
our farm average more than that this year.
I was going to say that'd be an
good.
insurance claim on some of my ground.
Yep.
But it's there's just a ton of acres, and there's a lot of milo coming back too.
Yeah.
It was corn, and there's still a crap load of corn out here.
Yeah, dude, man, this year on the West, I've never seen so much corn. It is irrigated Dryland. It doesn't matter. It got planted to corn.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unbelievable, and a lot of it's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's not normally that good, but it's pretty good out there.
So talk to me about that farm on the east side of the highway, or on the road that we stopped and looked at. I think it was on the east side. Your conventional corn, your management plan. Walk me through going into the year, how you made your decisions, what it was planted into, what you were shooting for, because I want to talk about how'd you guys put this crop in the ground, planning to make something with really rough conditions. Just walk me through your cropping plan on that or a milo if it's either one, but maybe corn and milo, because I do want to talk about milo because people are fascinated by it.
Yeah.
But I want to talk about the corn first.
Well, so let's go back to last fall then, because we'd finished up harvest last fall. We got all of our wheat in, and I'm actually messaging my weather guy back then, because I'm like, man, we're dry. I mean, we're not crazy. I mean, super extreme, but we're pretty dry. And I'm asking him, like, can you dangle a carrot in front of me? Like, tell me there's gonna be rain coming. He's like, I don't see it. He said, you're staying dry.
Yeah.
Then out of nowhere, I don't know, first part of November to mid-November, we get 6 to 8 inches of rain. And I mean, they all come over multiple days, slow, wonderful, amazing. And because we just don't get those that time of year.
Yeah.
So we were like, wow, okay. So we gave it a while, let it soak in, and started probing ground. And I'm like,
probing. Talk to me about probing.
So it's just a 6-foot steel soil probe. You just drive it into the ground, and you can kind of feel compaction layers. But really what you're seeing is how far you can push it in. That's how much moisture profile you got.
So when you run out of water, it just stops going in?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're figuring out how far down the water goes. Deeper the better. Easier the better, for sure.
Got it.
So we start going around, and even on some of these milo stock fields that we didn't have crazy good milo, but it was decent. A few of them were really good, but we're like, man, we can probe this minimum 4 foot, some all the way to 6 foot. That's awesome. I mean, that's about the dream at that time of year, you know. So we're like, okay, we can kind of feel pretty good about what we're going to put to corn, you know, even the milo already. So Dad, he's on the non-GMO corn, the conventional corn. So he had already had that ordered. And it's ready to go. Two pallets of it. So we go out. I'm trying to think. So we plant corn at 13,000 on Dryland. So that's just that's the number. Some guys do 14. There's anymore. There might be a couple guys that do 15, 16. Very few. Some do 12. even fewer variable rate. We've done a little bit of that, but that's just what we do. 13,000 is what we shoot for, I guess. Mm-hmm. So we go out. It was pretty cold spring, really, and it was dry. It was a dry spring. Like that November rain, that's all the wheat got. I mean, it really didn't rain in April or May. We did have maybe a snow in February that gave us like a ½ inch of precip, which that was a really wet, heavy snow, which normally those stay on the fields. It came with a 70-mile-an-hour wind, and even that wet snow blew off. I mean, I'd never seen wet snow blow like that.
Snow blow, wow.
Yeah, so if it's a dry snow, it'll blow all the time. Like,
sure,
that happens. But.
Sure.
So yeah, we were confident at one point after all that November rain, but it's like, man, we got to like get with it here to get some good planting moisture going and activate some chemical. So that was kind of, we were on edge then. So I don't know. First part of May we did get a little bit, not a whole lot, like a ½ inch or so, 3/4 of an inch, and we were like, we finally warmed up again. We're like, okay, let's go stick this corn in. And on that field that you walked, we did have a cover crop, I don't know, late summer, early fall on that. It was barley, sunflower, canola.
Okay.
And we did that because the wheat stubble got hailed out, you know. I mean, we actually grew some wheat stubble that year, and that hailstorm completely whacked it. I mean, we'd been struggling on the wheat crop for getting stubble the last few years. So in 24,
just because of the drought or
the
hail?
Yeah, drought.
Okay.
And we're like, okay, we got some stubble to work with again, because that kind of sets you up in the West. If you got some stubble out there, you're feeling pretty good. And it just got pounded July 6th. I mean, just nothing left. It was unbelievable. So we're like, okay, here we go. We got a cover crop, you know, and but that's fine. I mean, we're pro cover crop even out there, and this is a time where you need to use it. You know, it's a tool in the toolbox. So
there you go.
Grew that, got some cover out there, got some more roots in there, and it planted amazing. Like all of the cover crop fields we did, they just planted great. However, for some reason, like years previous, we had been getting perfect stands of corn. It was awesome. Loved it. This year just wasn't that way. And I talked to anybody I talked to out there. They're like, dude, same. Different companies, different hybrids, different soils, different areas. They're all like, no, it wasn't. It just wasn't a good year for stand. So I don't really know why that was. Everybody's saying it was cold. We did not put that into cold soil. I don't really know why it did that, acted that way.
I'm telling you, man, 2025 is just weird.
It was weird.
Something's weird about
That's really
this
the weirdest
year.
thing that happened.
It's 5G internet. It's probably.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, probably.
I see.
Yeah. We got to find something to blame, don't we?
Exactly.
That's what farmers do.
No, I really don't know. I wouldn't think it'd be anything chemical either. So.
Well, that's the thing. Is it an isolated case or is it?
Oh, it was widespread as far as I know.
Widespread.
Everybody's
all over,
talking about it.
All over the United States. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Man,
I just really know Western Kansas.
There's a lot of strange things about 2025 that no one's really got an idea why.
Like your bugs right now?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Army worms. Oh, my gosh. Man, I'll tell you what. What are we talking about? Oh, cropping plan.
Yep.
Okay.
So, yeah, we got it put in. Really, like I said, when that stand was coming up, we were like, ew, you know, that's not great. But it eventually did fill in a little bit more. There was still some gaps.
You know what your final count was?
I don't really do final counts on Dryland, but I'm sure it's 11 or 12.
Okay, 1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
just want to pound that into people's heads.
Yeah, 30 inch too. 30 inch.
Yep.
Is the row unit. So, yeah, a lot of guys out west, they do dribble out the back with nitrogen, sulfur, all of that. We're not set up for that. We do have in-furrow, and we like in-furrow. I think that's pretty important. So we did, we kind of had multiple mixes, but that that field got some humic, got some kelp, got some calcium. That was when we were running that. Some amino from BW.
Key,
So-
don't put calcium with humic.
Well, you can put calcium with humic, but it might be the fulvic that was doing that. Is what we figured out.
It's really?
Yeah,
You think so?
we think it was the 10 pH fulvic with that calcium.
Okay.
It was messing with it. So
Okay. Good to know.
I think that's what we determined. Anyway.
Calcium's just a booger, man.
Oh, it is.
Calcium's
I
a
hate
booger.
it.
I know.
But
I know.
God, we've seen
It-
some good stuff with
I
it.
know. Absolutely.
So, but yeah, that's what we did in furrow, and it just had that good strong color when it come up and was a young corn plant, and there was a lot of yellow corn this year, and we just didn't have it. So, and that's a pretty different mix compared to a lot of guys, with 1034-0 or something like that. I mean, it's my cousin, which he's the agronomist over at Garden City Co-op. He's like, "That's all you did?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, wow, He's like, looks good, I mean, he can't knock it. So,
And you ran a foliar pass?
yeah. So we like doing foliars before like stress sets in or before we get too hot or dry, whatever. Keeps that plant going. So that's where we did the melted urea, which we did melt ourselves this year. We had been sending it to another place to have it melted, but we're saving big money just doing it ourselves.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, crazy.
Okay.
So when we started doing foliars, we were running Coron, really good product, but I'm pretty sure we got quoted $8 a gallon for it this year
For melted urea?
for Coron, which a little bit different,
Okay.
but still, that's
Say,
insane.
Say, homie, I got somebody you need to call.
So yeah, we're gonna do another treatment on a Milo field with it. We're like, absolutely not.
No.
You can't make that work.
No.
What would that be like? Just three bushels of Milo to make that work, right?
Yeah.
So put it in a plane, you got you're getting into $30 an acre.
Sure.
With some of the other stuff we were thinking about running. So insane. Just didn't do it. I mean,
Would you melt your own urea again?
oh yeah,
Really?
absolutely. Yeah,
Okay.
it's not that bad, really. You got to kind of, I mean, we did. I guess we don't have the cost of the new pack tanks we did buy for that,
Okay.
but still, I mean, we can use those all the time. Don't have to use it just for that. I mean,
Sure.
holds a ton of spray water for us now.
Okay.
So
We're pretty close to out of time on part
Already?
one. Yeah. Yeah, I told Kirk last night, I was like, I'll bet we pulled 2 off this one.
yeah,
Anyway, so let's hit a pause button on that.
Yep.
I want to talk about, I didn't know you melted your own urea.
I thought you did. Okay.
Well, if I did, I forgot, which is
Yep.
highly likely.
Yeah,
Very
okay.
possible. But I want to hear about how you did it, because I have been inundated with questions.
I can't tell the secrets, dude.
No, don't tell the secrets. Here's the thing: is people just think it's you throw urea in a tank of water and you're good to go.
Oh no.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So guys are like, do I buy it? Do I not? I mean, I've got it. I buy mine from Austin, dude. I love it. It's
Yep.
great, simple.
Yep.
But I guess but there are a lot of people out there like, man, I don't even know where to buy it from. I've asked, local retailers and everybody just looks at me like I got a third eyeball.
Yeah. Well,
so.
it's just there's a lot of people that have heard about it, but that's it. They've just only heard about it now.
Right. What was so 10, 12,000 was your final stand on the corn?
Yep.
1 foliar pass, melted urea.
Did-
What else?
Well, some kelp, more kelp. Probably some amino on that stuff. Some more. I think that had either humic or fulvic in it.
Okay.
Carbon, huge. Have to have it.
We haven't even gotten into carbon and soil yet.
Yeah.
Like that is your guys' like stake in the ground.
That's what we believe in.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Okay, so pause.
Yep.
We're going to jump to podcast number 2 with the Lord of Kelp about melting urea, carbons in soil, and Kloss combines.
Yes. Oh, yes.
We haven't even gotten
fired up about that.
Yeah, about Kloss combines. So thank you guys. Stay tuned. We're going to do one more. We're going to do another one with Alex. And get into some topics that I don't wrap a lot of these up, the carbons, the ureas, things like that. Anyway, appreciate it, dude. It's about to start raining again. Go figure.
Yep.
Just got the deal on my weather app.
Land of the rain, dude. It's crazy.
We're so sick of it at this moment. We'll be begging for it later.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
But anyway, all right. Kirk, is there anything I need to say to finish this out? No? Okay. Like, subscribe. We're on YouTube, all the major podcasting platforms, etc. Website, all that jazz. There. That should make the nerds happy.
There you go.
Anyway, Alex, thank you.
Yep.
See you guys in the next podcast. Guys, thanks for watching the content so far. If you would like to see more, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We've got all the full-length podcasts, other video information, tutorials on there. Also on all the major podcast platforms and social media sites, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, etc. So if you like this, go ahead and check more out on all those platforms.